Am I on continuous transmission?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay. Alex, fuck off with the overlays, please. Okay. Shut up, please. Anyway, just to clarify, everyone, normally vampire hunters or something like that is supposed to come after the Sonic run, but I was on this morning at 3 AM my time, and I was hella tired from the stream for 12 hours, and Twitch just farted it completely. So we decided to move it here since we were ahead of schedule by roughly the length of my run for Alex, Jesus Christ. This guy. Okay, so basically my run got moved to accommodate for shit. So this is inMomentum. It's a game with a lot of kappa on the screen. No, okay, this is an obstacle course / running game. It's very similar gameplay to Quake running maps, actually. And it has a lot of visuals that look like Mirror's Edge. That's the name I'm going for. So, once I click start, we're just gonna go with it, and yeah, so like 3, 2, 1, go. I kind of wanted to do that introduction outside of the game, guys, in IRC, because basically from here on out it's gonna be me running really fast for 35 minutes straight, roughly speaking, not accounting for any chokes that haven't happened yet. So aside from your straightforward running and jumping in this game, you can shoot, which you can use to open certain gates, which I did a couple times already. Like the one you're seeing right here, it's PU and then the gate's gone. And you can also shoot at the floor right after you jump. Like it's basically a rocket jump, and it gives you a oh boy. So that's one that. You can start a counter, Alex, or something. It's basically rocket jumping, and it gives you a ton of gives you a ton of momentum on the floor, which is good because on any flat section here you kind of just need to run really fast, because that's the only way you're gonna complete these levels in a fast way. I kind of hate the first level. I don't really know why. Like, I can't really pinpoint it, but it's kind of a bad level, in my opinion. And each level kind of has a theme, minus the first few. Like, there's a level with restricted vision, a level which is more of an obstacle course than an actual running game. It's kind of a bad level, but so for most of the run, it's just gonna be me shooting at the floor, jumping off walls, and kind of complaining how bad everything is going. One thing I do want to mention is the wall jumping / air jumping mechanic. Basically, once you do a wall jump, you are allowed to have one air jump, so at some point in the game you're actually going to see me run off a ledge and then wall jump off the side of it, because if I jumped off it normally, I wouldn't that one. If you jump off a ledge normally, you don't get the air jump because you're using a normal jump. And if you wall jump off the side of a ledge, you get a wall jump, and then you're allowed an air jump after that. That's the second death, by the way. So that's gonna happen occasionally. Other than that, it's just kind of a boring game actually. There's no story, there's no bosses or anything. It's just 16 levels of me running really fast. So that's the introduction. Enjoy, I guess. I think
So there's a question from chat.
Okay,
Why are you on gamer difficulty?
that's a good one. It's good someone actually noticed that because I'm going through the level selection rather fast. There's 4 difficulties in this game. Casual, which obviously we're not going to play. Gamer, Freak, and Impossible. And Impossible is impossible because you don't get the air jump. And you're only allowed 10 shots, so you're also limited in how much you can rocket jump. So I'm obviously not going to play Impossible because it takes the pace out of the game completely, because you basically have to do really stupid tricks each jump, and there's at least one level I think I would say it's almost impossible to clear on Impossible difficulty, but I've seen a video of someone doing it, so I'm probably too bad. Oh there. Okay, so that's 3 deaths. The difference between Gamer and Freak isn't really that big, and I was thinking initially when I was learning this game on doing it on Freak difficulty, but there's a couple really annoying jumps, and at the time I kind of was still learning the game, so I decided to just go with Gamer, because also most levels seem to have jumps designed for Gamer. Like, the main difference, aside from the shit I mentioned about Impossible, is the gravity. I think it's the gravity, not just jumps themselves, is increased each difficulty level, and also the amount of speed you gain from rocket jumping is decreased on higher difficulties, so it's harder to build any kind of decent speed on it.
A follow-up question to that is, but casual mode actually gives you more freedom of movement, making levels a lot quicker to run. Why wouldn't you run that?
That's true. It's a lot quicker, I think. But I really just dislike the physics, so I guess it's like people running games on hard rather than on easy, because it's just more fun to them, I guess. I don't know. Back like a couple years ago when I just got this game, I was running on, I was basically only doing casual and I want to say it's timer or something. Basically there's a main mode called Sphere Hunt, which is what I'm on right now, so you have to grab the spheres. And timer, in which case you only have to grab the checkpoints as major level breaks, because you can ignore all the routes where you actually have to grab the spheres. So I guess you could do this game on casual / timer if you want to go like for the 90% world record. I just don't think it's very interesting to play on that mode, so that's why I'm doing
Understandable.
like this. Plus 3 seconds here is actually really good, because the times you're seeing in game whenever I hit a checkpoint are the difference between the current run and my best run ever on a track in this mode, of course. And the time on this level, like my best time, is really tight. I'm really glad it's only plus 3, because this is also the longest level. Like, a really good time on this level would be like 2 minutes 30, where all the other levels are like 1 minute, maybe 1.5. Oh boy. So getting a really tight timing on this level is kind of plus 7 seconds, that's still good. Getting a good time on this level is kind of important to getting a decent complete run.
What are your PB and world records?
PB and world record are the same because as far as I know nobody else runs this game, and I actually broke it. Initially I was going in with a PB of 35 minutes and 25 seconds, but so here's actually, I'm interrupting my own story, that walk off and wall jump trick I talked about earlier. Saturday I got a time of 33, I want to say 40 seconds, something like that. And I also still died a lot in that run. Clarify, I'm actually minus 1.9 seconds now. I have my own splits running on the side. Freestyle's not a level, by the way. Doesn't have any goals, so we're skipping that obviously because you cannot finish it. So I could actually get a PB/world record on this run. Not really expecting it because I'm obviously gonna die. Like, I'm probably gonna lose the most time on this level actually, because even if you don't die here, it's gonna be kind of tight to do well. And the problem is that with my PB run, the second half, like the last 8 levels, are actually really good. The first few are kind of bad, so if I don't get a good score on the first few levels, we're not gonna see a PB. But so far I'm actually really happy about this run. Minus 2 seconds, not bad.
So you got some world record hype?
Maybe, maybe.
People are asking where you're from.
I'm Dutch, just like Dario, or whatever you pronounce his name. I'm not quite sure. So the accent is probably really thick. And I apologize to all my fellow Dutchmen for having to hear this terrible, terrible accent we all share.
Do we have time to read out a donation?
Oh sure, I don't really have that much to say.
So this is from Florian H. He says, put this towards saving all the bitches in VTMB. That's a $12 donation. Thanks a lot, dude. Literally saving my run right now.
People are nice, I guess.
So if you want to kill Lurk's run, donate against it.
You heard it, guys.
Bastards.
We got a good donation war coming. Holy shit. I got a new PB on this track. I mean, it's only minus 0.25, which actually costs me time, surprisingly enough, because whenever you get a record on a track, it takes like 2 full seconds to, I think, upload the score to the server or something. So ideally, for a perfect run, I'd have to get like plus 0.01 on every track compared to my record. But still, this is really good because Ghost Run was kind of my expected run killer.
Don't donate against saving all the bitches, by the way. And Jonas does this thing where he wants to kill all the runs.
Glorious, glorious.
Save the bitches.
Shut up, Dario. Make your marble run ready.
Plus 3.3, okay, that's good. Actually, I just realized I haven't actually talked about all the controls yet. I initially wanted to put S keys up here so you can see what I'm mashing, because I actually have jump on right click and wall jump on left click, because they're 2 separate inputs in this game. And spacebar is shoot. But there's also control and shift. And control increases your gravity by a bunch, which is good, because there's places where you want to go down, like here, you want to speed that up a little. Shift activates slow-mo mode, and since it makes the in-game timer also slow down, so it's interesting if you want to get like track PBs, I guess you want to call them. But for a real-time run like this marathon, it's completely useless, and I never use it during my own runs because what the hell, slow work. Plus 15, it's it's a bit but it's good enough. Actually, gonna get some water here.
I assume the community is very small for this game, so could you plug where people could find it?
Well, on my channel, and that's it really. There's a forum on the site of the game devs, but I don't think anyone has posted there in months. I actually checked it out when I started running because I wanted to make sure what the differences were between the versions. So they actually had a post there explaining it, which is nice because the in-game is never said anywhere. In-game they actually don't explain a whole lot. The whole rocket jumping thing, which is kind of vital to any level, really, well, except this one, I guess. Because rocket jumping here is suicide. But yeah, they don't explain that in-game. I actually learned that from the Steam forums, I guess. Back when this game was just out and it actually had a couple people playing it. But yeah, the community is basically me. Because as far as I know, not a single other person runs this. Oh dear. That counter +1, I guess.
The game is on Steam, right?
Yeah, the game is on Steam. It's like $10, maybe less even. I think the high scores aren't actually done through Steam, so if you have obtained it through other means, quote unquote, oh dear, I died again. I think the leaderboard should still work. Talking about the leaderboards, I'm actually not first place on the majority of them. I think I actually got... Oh my god, these jumps. I hate this level kind of bad. It's a really interesting level actually, because it's oh boy. Okay, this is just to give you guys some indication of how bad my PB run is. I went from +3 seconds to +23 seconds there, so I didn't actually lose all that much time, even though I died like 3 times. It's horribly slow in general.
World record hype?
I guess. But as I said before, it's unlikely that I'm gonna make up lost time during the later half of the game.
Let the chat spray and Frank for world record.
I guess they should. Guys, get some Frankers in there.
Okay, I want to ask a question about this.
Sure.
Is there a reason you're picking up the spheres?
Yeah, because I'm playing... Oh dear. Okay, now I gotta make some really complicated jump to safe to run.
Because I know you can finish the level without picking up like any spheres.
Yeah, so that's the timer mode I mentioned earlier. That actually doesn't require you to pick up the spheres. I'm doing the sphere hunt mode. I think it's called sphere hunt, which does require you to pick up all the spheres. It actually gives you 0 indication how well you did on picking up the spheres until you're at the very last checkpoint, and if you didn't pick up all the spheres, it just doesn't finish, which is really annoying on 2 levels that kind of have semi-hidden the spheres.
Maybe it was just my fault then. Maybe it was on free run that I played. I played on sphere hunt. It let me finish with 0 spheres.
Okay. There is an advantage to picking them up on time mode. It gives you -1/2 a second on the in-game timer, which again isn't really relevant for any real-time runs, but is interesting for leaderboards. Oh dear. Okay, this is probably the second worst level. This is literally the kind of, what's it called, parkour. So this has nothing to do with running. This is 99% obstacles. And I'm kind of bad at it.
So we have a $5 donation from Joseph B. Comment is, thanks for the marathon, really enjoying it guys. I'd like it to be put towards Cave Story Plus. Thanks for the donation.
We have Cave Story?
It's in the giveaway.
Oh, in the giveaway.
Raffle hype? Oh wait, can't say that. We'll get sued.
Yeah.
Shut up, Therio!
Giveaway hype?
Oh, reminder everyone, there's a VVV soundtrack. You can enter the raffle for that. I'm just doing this to piss off everyone in the IRC. That's actually already in there. Kind of want to get this wall done. Come on. Okay, so let's see how far behind we are. Plus 22, that's kind of bad at this track. But it's manageable. But there's probably not going to be a world record at this point. Nope, very much not a world record.
I still sound like a robot. Fuck.
Kind of, but whatever.
Beep boop.
Brrr. Kind of overshooting all these jumps. This. And then, okay, we're still good.
Yeah, chat, if you want more robot goodness with Therio, I'm sure we could get him to do another run for the bonus stream. Especially if you donate a bit for it.
He could do Marvel Land.
Okay.
Exactly!
Why are you guys suggesting this?
Both Therio and Marvel.
Okay, so I died there, which is really bad because that was really close to the finish and the actual checkpoint for it was like really far back. So that would be a reset normally. Okay, like the thing is I want to get up there, but I cannot jump between those things, so I kind of have to go around it. Oh dear. Okay. Again, not really a fan of this level. Nobody saw that plus time there. Let's just move on. Okay, so I shot that thing, but this wall didn't disappear. That's because the block you need to shoot for that block is actually, you have to look behind you at some point, and it kind of kills the way you're running. And the block I shot actually removed the wall right before the checkpoint I just passed through. And there's no reason not to shoot that block, because you're right at the start. I lost one. So what I did there, that's actually not that, but there's a button to kill yourself. And I grabbed the checkpoint and then went down to... I hate this. Went down to grab the screen and immediately killed myself. So, sort of saved that. Yeah, behind me again, kind of kills. Okay. This part is stupid. So these particle fields you're seeing, basically upward vertical force fields, so they just push you up. And the joke is you basically have to line out where you're standing, then jump, so you get moved up, and then you kind of have to hope you grab the sphere. The reason I'm not actually looking at... Actually, I don't really have a reason to not look up there, but it's just the way I'm doing this shit. Plus 11 is good. Not grabbing that sphere like that.
People seem to like your running Mirror's Edge too.
Wait, is this Mirror's Edge? What? That's one more that you can add to the counter if there's one going. It's okay. No PB, but we're probably... should be able to get like close to 35 minutes end time. Okay, so the trick with this level is it's all flat blocks and they're all lower than the next one. And what I did in the beginning, there's a ramp there, and if you walk off a ramp while holding control, the increased gravity button, you gain a lot of speed because you're kind of sliding down the slope really fast. So that gives you enough speed to oh god, I killed that speed. Basically the idea is you give yourself a lot of speed at the beginning with that trick, and then you can do most jumps by just jumping from platform to platform. It's kind of a technical level in that regard. And because I lost my speed at some point, I'm rocket jumping these couple of things to make sure I'm making them, because if I run into the side of one of those blocks again, I'm not gonna get a decent time here, so this is probably the second shortest level out there, not counting the very first level. Plus 2 seconds, that's actually really good. End time of 49 seconds.
So yeah, there's still a bit of time left on the Vampires file name donation war and who to save in Vampires.
Come on,
right
guys,
now,
get that donation war going.
Right now, Lurk's favorite choice of saving both is in the lead with $12. And I don't think anyone actually donated for name. I'll just check.
Someone put in 1 cent for a stupid name.
Ah yes, 666 for Azori as file name.
Hail Satan! Okay, so this is
Azori hype. Sorry, continue.
No, that's fine. I like some banter in the stream. Well, not on the stream. Freaking Alex with his overlays. This is... I should not have mentioned that, I know it already, but still.
When you mention Alex and you're streaming, shit always goes wrong.
Okay, let's see what happens.
Oh yeah, and the options in Vampire are either save Therese, save Jeanette, or save them both.
So we're not actually losing more time, but I'm already too far behind to get a PB. Okay. This is roller coaster. You cannot die in this level because it's basically a tube. I actually, one time actually forced myself between some seam and actually managed to kill myself, but that's not really relevant for any normal run. And this is... okay, you cannot possibly understand what's happening. Well, it's really hard to see, is what I'm trying to get at on the stream, because even on my screen this looks really stupid and I'm not doing it right. But what happens is you can wall jump off of um, over vertical walls. So in this case, the ceiling, because it's sloped. So what you're doing is you're spamming wall jump while this is the seam I managed to squeeze myself through, by the way. So you're spamming wall jump while looking up and down repeatedly. So you're wall jumping off the floor and then the ceiling, and then the floor and the ceiling, and basically moving yourself upwards like that. You can do it really quickly if you get lucky. I have no idea what the timing is to do it right. I did it wrong there because it was on plus 20. Because of the best attempt, of course, I got lucky. So it's a really stupid trick. Nobody explains it to you, and because there's no way to rewatch replays of other people, like in Dust Force, there's actually no way to find that out other than like dumb luck and just refusing to give up on that level and eventually finding what the trick is. I should have boost jumped earlier there.
And we got 2 donations.
We'll go ahead.
First, anonymous $8 donation. Really enjoyed this marathon. Thanks a lot. Please put to various Steam games. And a $12.01 donation from Marcus. Save to Reese because glasses are the best fetish.
Oh damn. So ideally you want to actually grab that one correctly, because you gain a lot of speed there and you want to keep it up as long as possible. See, I lost about 4 seconds having to grab that one sphere again. Which is fine, because I think my PB actually died on this track. Like my overall PB, not my track PB. So we're probably gonna gain a slight amount of time, but I'm already 2 minutes behind. And I died. So that's PB over. But still, it's going pretty well actually. I expected to die like 20 times in each track and like choke massively but that didn't happen so far, so that's good. That's good. And this is looking to be a 35 minutes flat end time. So we're getting near the end. This is the second to last level. This is the other really long level. And it involves some massive jumps over like some huge gaps. I don't know, it's kind of a boring level once you know how to jump across each gap and kind of have an idea where all the spheres are. Oh dear. That's not supposed to happen. You can add that to the choke count. Where's the choke counts are at, by the way?
Alex removed it.
Aww.
He replaced it with 8K hype.
8K. Oh! How close are we to 8K?
$100.
Nice. Everyone get your wallets and make 8K happen.
I should mention, saving both in Vampire is losing with 1 cent.
If someone donates 1 cent, would that actually tie them? Because I remember that PayPal actually eats part of the donation.
PayPal eats about 30 cents or something, so if you want to support, at least do 50 cents a dollar.
So here I'm doing that walk off thing again, because it's a lot easier than... It's possible to do that jump without this one as well, without this trick, by doing a really good boost jump, but we kind of want to do this safe. plus 17, that's whatever. Gotta climb up this tower, please, game. Okay, let's try that again. There's one sphere up here, so we have to find it. That's kind of the downside of this level. It kind of hides spheres in really high and obnoxious places.
Yeah, people are starting about talking about donating a few cents just to change the output.
Yeah, I thought I'd
we will
make
not
sure
count that.
to
Because
mention
PayPal
that.
eats it all. We won't get any of the money. So that won't be entered.
Do we actually have a minimum on donations in general, or?
Nah, not really. Just 1 cent will be eaten by PayPal for sure.
Fuck you and Jonas, I donated those 2 cents fair and square.
Let's see, where is it? Oh, right, we're already here. I wasn't paying attention there. Okay, time for the last level. Let's get some. Is there an hype? There's not really a hype modes can switch, right? I guess a triax would suffice.
So yeah, look, your run is dying with 1 cent.
1 cent. One fucking cent. What?
Yep. And just to clarify, you have like everyone. This level is gonna end in less than a minute, I think. So, people, if you want to counter donate, you might want to hurry. Actually, this level is going really well. Wow. Let's do walk off trick just to be safe.
You have to hurry if you want to snipe it.
This is the second to last checkpoint, everyone. Well, no, it's a bit longer, but it's not a choke, but whatever. So that's the second to last checkpoint, I think. Yeah, it's the second. That's the end of the game, by the way. If I hit that checkpoint, it's time. And time. Nice.
We got an anonymous donation for 50 cents to save both.
Well
Get
done,
raised.
guys. Well done, guys. So that's this game. It was a pretty
Get fucked,
decent
Jonas.
run.
I won't allow you to ruin any more runs after you ruined World of Illusion.
It was a really fun run, by the way, to be honest.